guys of YouTube and girls of YouTube, everyone out there that's enjoying this wonderful weatherful day. It's come to my attention that the world has gone into complete shit. But you know what? That ain't gonna stop me. Everything's disappearing. There also seems to be a lot of confusion about the world, about the word respect, loyalty. Now these words are abused as much as the word love in the human language. Love is the most overrated word in the human dictionary. People use it for all kinds of things, relationships, things that they have to have, or things that they just can't go a day without. But I'm going to start on the topic of respect. Now, respect can be many things. You can mean respect your animals, respect your parents, respect the police. Now, some people out there thinking, well, fuck the police. But you know what? Everyone's for them. You'd be in deep shit. And that's not a joke. Now, on the topic of respecting your parents, everyone should respect their parents. They provide food in your stomach, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head. And what I can't stand out there is how people are so damn greedy about things that they don't have, because they don't have the coolest shoes, they don't have the fucking coolest hairstyle, or the coolest clothes, or the fucking newest phone. Why go out and spend so much money on a phone that the other thing you're going to be using it on is to screw people's lives over? Now, there's another thing in the world that I cannot stand, and that is drama. There's drama wherever you go. There's drama in school, there's drama in public places, there's fucking drama just everywhere. People are always fighting, people are always bickering, people are always doing the stupidest shit because they don't get their fucking way. But you know what? There's an old saying that I learned. Life doesn't owe you a damn thing. Get off your ass and earn it. Life isn't just some free fucking handout that you can just go ahead and take whatever you want and expect the fucking people to pay your price. And another thing I can't stand is people out there who think, oh, life is gonna be one big fucking game. You know what? It's not. Life is hard. You have things that you have to take care of. You got your fucking bills you gotta pay your taxes, you gotta fucking all kinds of shit that nobody wants to fucking do. Food's getting more expensive. It's almost too damn expensive to fucking afford, but you know what? We all gotta eat. We are the human race. We have to fucking survive. And if that means putting up for another 6 years of hellish bullshit, to deal with it. I cannot stand people who are so fucking uptight, picking on the little guys because we're fucking poor, because we can't afford the coolest shit. I just take one day of life at a time. And the one thing I can't stand is how our veterans are going out there serving our country, protecting our asses from fucking who knows what. And as soon as they get back, they can't get jobs, they can't afford homes. So they're sitting out there stuck on the side of the street begging for money because they can't survive. Honestly, I think our veterans should come first. They protect us. We should give more than what they've given us. They should have access to housing, access to food, access to everything they need. But you know what? They don't get it. And I live off of food stamps. That's how I buy my food. That's how I survive. Because you know what? The fucking government is a piece of shit. They make us pay more out than what we get in. I just can't stand the way this fucking world is going. This whole life is just one big fucking test. By the Lord himself, he is our witness. And he is testing us. He has given us free will. Now what we choose to do with our free will, that is entirely up to us. We can choose to do the bad things and expect nothing to happen in return. But on the day of the Lord's coming, every knee shall bow. Everyone on this planet shall be judged for the things that we have done. Some of you out there are probably thinking, there is no God. Well, I got a question for you. If there's no God, then how did life come to be? I used to be an atheist. I didn't think that there was a higher power. I thought we just came from nothing, and we die and become nothing. And there are people out there thinking, well, if God exists, then who created God? And that's just something we're not meant to understand yet, until the day we take our last breath. And as soon as we do that, we will see the Lord for who He truly is, a loving, caring Father who loves each and every one of us. You're probably thinking to yourself, nobody loves me. There's not a person in this world who loves me. You know what? God loves you. He has given you the breath of life. He gives you everything. He gives you love. He gives you peace, happiness, everything. In my understanding, it took me a long time to understand what this world really was. And right now, this world has gone to hell. And it's going to get worse. As soon as Trump became a president, I don't like the president. I honestly don't like him. He's going to be taking away everything that we've clinged on to. We think that the state's going to pay for everything. For our housing, our food, our medical. Thanks to Obama, that screwed us up a lot. Obamacare has really screwed a lot of people over because we can't get the proper health care that we actually need. And what sucks for me, I've seen a lot of people out there who are homeless. They try to survive each and every day. They try to survive with what little they have, the clothes on their backs and whatever they brought with them. Sometimes they don't have enough to eat, or they can't afford to eat. And people just keep minding their own business. They're not willing to help out the people who need the help the most. And that just makes me sick. They sit out there each and every day with barely any money in their pocket, or no money at all. No food. No access to shower. It's hard for them to survive. I can't begin to fathom why people just ignore them. You know? It's just sad, honestly. I mean, they asked for little, and people just keep driving on by like, I don't know that person. Why should I help him? He can get a job. If he can stand out there for hours on end each and every day, they should be well enough to get a job. I can't. You know, if I see somebody who's trying to survive, I'll give them a few bucks, yeah. At least that way, I know that they'll be able to eat. I used to be like that way too. I had to survive. I didn't like begging for money. I didn't even do it. If I had to go for a few days without eating, hell, that's just how things are. But there are things out there, like giving a homeless man even just a couple bucks can make his entire day. That means he gets to eat something. And the way I see it, something is better than nothing. People take too much things for granted. They just think the whole world's just one big fucking joke. It's not. It's not. And people out there who aren't willing to help out the homeless, you're just pathetic. There's a guy on YouTube. He's called the Homeless Scrubalo. And yes, for all you people who think, oh no, he's not homeless, he is. He has to survive from day to day. He has to stay warm. He's got his own little setup. He's got his own little spot where he can be himself. And people out there are just making jokes about it because they think he's not homeless or he doesn't have a life. I've seen the shit he has to go through. I mean, he doesn't have much. He, just like everybody else in the freaking world, has to have to live off food stamps unless you have a really good paying job. And in my honest opinion, he's the coolest guy I've ever met. On YouTube, that is. I haven't met him personally, but, you know. Regardless, I support my troops. I respect them for what they do. Because if it wasn't for them, we'd all be in deep shit. It's only a matter of time before this world comes to an end, and are you going to look back and say, I did good. I helped. Wasn't much, but I did something. And, yeah. I don't make videos of myself very often, but when I do, I speak the truth. And some people don't have the guts to do that. They just want to party and do all kinds of stupid shit because they think it's fucking funny. It's not. It truly isn't. Well, just make sure that you guys are staying alive, staying healthy, don't do drugs.